Thank you, Chair. So, as you point out, the global Canada has benefited a lot since the Second War with globalization, but now the world has changed. I try to identify if we have a tool in our toolkit that we have not used yet but could be available. I explain the role of pension fund in Canada. So the public pension fund, go with the Maple 8. 20 years ago, it was around 5-6% of global savings in Canada. Now it's close to 20% of savings. These players, except Caisse de dépôt, who has a dual mandate, the others invest abroad, much less in Canada. So we have to climate change challenge, we have a digital challenge. So any way that, because we have witnessed, Chair, you remember, last spring, and some suggest that Canadian pension funds are very low profile to help to invest in venture cap and this kind of things. And I think, is it something that we have to revisit and maybe ask PSP, CPPIB to have a dual mandate like Caisse de dépôt?
I mean, the first job of a pension fund is to pay the pensions. And so then you question, well, is the management that we have at the CPPIB or at some of the other big funds, teachers or whatever, are they making the right judgments in that regard by having so little held in Canadian public equity? I mean, it's almost a derisory fraction. And it seems very strange that those funds, who in the end have to pay their pensions in Canadian dollars to Canadians, the balance of risks is so tilted towards only holding foreign public equities.
Yes.
So I think one can question, just on straight risk management grounds, whether the allocation that the managers have chosen really over the long haul makes sense. That doesn't require change in mandate at all, but it does require some hard thinking about the risk profile that they have. And so I don't think you have to go to an explicit mandate to invest at home, so to speak. But I think you need the risk aspect would tell you that given who their beneficiaries are and what they've got to do, that they ought to be holding some more, a higher fraction in Canadian equity investments. So I'm not answering your question almost deliberately because I don't know the answer to the question, but
we could invite them to come here to explain their
yeah.
Thank you for your
exactly.
answer.